Hey, yo, episode 36. It's Gas the Podcast, and I am extremely excited to get with the crew today because we got a lot to talk about. So I'm not even going to hold you. We're going to go ahead and get started with the intros. Don, say what up.
Yo, what up? Episode 36. Hey, hope you enjoy what we got in store for you.
Yes, sir, GP.
What's going on, people? Know it's been a little minute, but it ain't been as long as it has been. So it is getting better. Or we are getting better. Let me correct my grammar with the teacher behind me. But y'all enjoy what we got and stick with it, man. It's gonna be a lot of information, some beneficial, some just go right over your head. But I ask you to listen anyway.
Yes, sir. We did skip a little bit time because we didn't like change our schedule and play GTFO and lose. So we actually decided to record an episode. But real quick before we get into the gaming topics and then the entertainment and the anime, games coming out this week. You got a little bit actually. You got TMT Shredder's Revenge coming out on the PS5 November 15th. And that reminds me, today is November 14th, the day we are recording. So November 15th will be the day you'll be hearing, which is today for you guys, tomorrow for us. Anyways, Call of Duty Warzone 2.0 or 2 comes out November 16th, so be on the lookout for the Call of Duty heads. Miles Morales PC version, the Spider-Man game that GP loves, comes out on November 18th on PC. We actually got some Pokemon games coming out, Scarlet and Violet, which I might pick up, not on time, but definitely gonna pick those up in the future.
I'm gonna pick those up on time, so I got y'all with that review though.
Nice. So Dom, the Pokemon guy, coming out November 18th. We got Resident Evil 3 coming out on the Switch. If you're playing it on the Switch, good luck. Also November 18th. And last but not least, the Dark Picture Anthology. That is the story-based game made by the people that also made Until Dawn and most recently The Quarry. That comes out on November 18th. And as far as free games this week from Epic Game Store, I already talked about last episode, the free games, so be sure to check out the show notes if you want to know more, if you missed out on that. But a notable free game this week, Evil Dead games coming out on PC. So it's free. Grab that. So without further ado, what y'all gaming on? I guess we'll start with Dom. And then GP, then I'll go next because of segue.
Ain't been gaming on too much. The one thing I have been playing though, I did pick up Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. It's pretty good. I like it a lot. Haven't played a Call of Duty game since World War II, and that's been a minute. But it's cool. It's fun. If you like Call of Duty, I heard the last few was bad, but from what I'm seeing, it's fun. Put time into it.
Yeah, hey. I agree. I've been playing that as well. Don't have much to say on it, but saying pretty much what you said. But
it's not much to say. Call of Duty.
It's Call of Duty, yeah. It's Call of Duty, but a little bit more fun.
It's a good Call of Duty. Let me say that much.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That says a lot.
Yeah. GP, you've been playing, man. Welcome to the podcast, man. You gaming now.
Yeah, I used to just have to mute my mic just in this section. Without going too further, because there's a lot of topics and I can go on and on. I finally played one of my favorite games of all time, if not the favorite, Final Fantasy VII, the remake, of course. And I started off, just playing it, just going through the motions, just going through. But then they started playing some familiar songs. I'm not far in the game. I think chapter 4, Barrett. Every time they win, Barrett be the little victory song that come after the game. I'm like, okay, now y'all tugging on my memories now, and so graphics looks great. It's a fun experience, man. I have to catch myself, tell myself, James, smile. Like I'm playing because I'm trying to beat the game and I'm focused, but like smile, bro. You playing your favorite game in 4K, like smile a little bit. So I've been enjoying it. So I could go. Yeah, I know I didn't throw it in there. I could go on and on, but the game is fun, and I do like that they didn't do what My Hero did in season 4, just copy and paste, or season 5, just copy and paste the fights and stuff. They actually added some things to make it a little different. So I'm enjoying it. I'll probably be playing that for the next month or so, because I probably play twice a week, maybe 3 times at most. And then, of course, I look at some Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, and that's about it for me.
So do you like it more than you thought you would, or is it about the same?
It's about the same. It started off low for me. For whatever reason, I wasn't feeling it. I don't know. It didn't do nothing bad. I just was not feeling it. And then I just got used to it, and I think I enjoyed it. Once I accepted, okay, this is what it's going to be, then I think my brain can finally settle and enjoy it. So it's right now, it's at where it is. I don't know why, though. Like, I wasn't as... I guess I get used to it wasn't turn-based and all that. Maybe that's what it was, but even so, it didn't jump at me to say, I'm really excited about this until the second day.
I think most people get a little skeptical about, remakes of, something they may have, beloved.
And that may
previously.
be it. That may have been it. Yeah.
Are you playing like the action part? Like, are you using, because there's like two ways to play. There's like the quote unquote turn based or classic, and then there's like the more action heavy gameplay. You know what I'm talking about?
I believe I'm doing the more. I know what you're talking about. I'm doing the more action where it's not turn based. I tried turn based, and it still was kind of action based.
Yeah,
like,
right.
I didn't really understand that. It's just kind of goofy, so I just turned that off.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, I'm doing the commands myself. I'm still getting used to how to use my characters without switching to them. Like, I have to remember that, because every time I want to use them, I just switch, and it's like, oh, I can hold left trigger and make her do the same attack I'm about to switch to. So just get more fluid in that.
Yeah, and
it's fun though.
It actually gets, once you master it, in my opinion, it gets more fun because you do like different kinds of combos and stuff, and the combat starts to flow. You switching characters, you telling characters to do stuff, and you switch, and you do this and you do that. And switch that. So yeah, it's actually pretty dope. I mean, from what I remember. So you might like it more the more you play it, or it might stay the same. But I was actually surprised to hear that he was like, wasn't feeling it that much.
Yeah, I wasn't. That first day, I wasn't. I think I did like chapter 1, and you know what too? And I'm sorry to go on. The first thing was my settings wasn't all the way up. I didn't know that. I turned the game on. I'm like, man, this game a little fuzzy. I'm like, hold up, man, don't play me like this. And then I'm running through. I'm like, hold up, what is going on? And so some told me, James, check your settings. And I checked, and sure enough, the thing was on like 1080. And I was like, okay. So when I cranked everything up, and then I logged off and went to my Geo experience on my desktop, it said, do you want the optimized experience? I'm like, yeah. And at that point, it was like, oh, okay, that's why I was looking fuzzy. Because I was upset, man. I was looking at my screen, man, I was about to get on YouTube.
You remember GP used to always complain about, Soup being on graphics,
Hey, I was just about to say, I was about to come for him, Soup.
Hey, look at him, dog.
I'm just saying, I was about to come for Soup. I was like, he talking about this frame per second. I said, it's a little bummish, man. I was about to be mad, but I checked myself, and it was okay. It was
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. This PC baby here, and then he all like graphics, frames.
I just want
now
I
you
just
got a
want
taste of it.
Listen, I still don't know the difference between certain frames per second, but I know 4K and 1080. I knew that before PC. So
okay, yeah.
It's a good
Anyways. So for me, I've been playing a little bit of Call of Duty, and Dom already touched on that. But I've also been playing God of War Ragnarok on the PS5. Yeah, came out last week. Been playing it a good bit. And this is no spoilers. It's not a review. I haven't beat the game yet. I'm probably, at least I feel like I'm more than halfway. Because the story, it doesn't really do a good job of letting you know like how far you're going. It's not like a bad thing, but I'm like, man, I don't know when this is gonna end. I guess I don't know. It could be a good thing because it could be surprising, but
right.
But yeah, so far so good. It feels familiar, like the first God of War or 2018 God of War. The combat's like slightly different, but I did notice like the enemies are like more varied, and their like attacks, I feel like it's a little bit harder than the first one, because like they be throwing fakes and stuff, and I'll be like, yo, like when do I dodge, when do I block? But I don't think that's what really makes I guess God of War great. I mean, well, it does, but as far as it being a sequel, you kind of know what to expect for the most part. But I guess when it comes to this, it's more so the story and the characterization. And I can say that it's firing on all cylinders on that part. story. I'm really enjoying the story. I'm really enjoying all of the characters. And there is a part that I don't like on the game. It's like a section that kind of drags down, and I'm like, man, this wasn't here in the first one. So I would have to say, I mean, I like the way the story is going, but the first one didn't really have any drag on parts, in my opinion. Like this one, man, it got this part. I'm like, man, this is actually putting me to sleep. But it was too slow, man. It's overstayed its welcome. That's the term. Cause it was cool at first. You're like, okay, we're figuring out some stuff, finding new stuff, and then I'm like, man, we're still like here. So yeah. But yeah, for the most part, really good game. I'll probably give it right now. It's like an 8 out of 10 for me. God of War 2018. I'm not as big of a fan. It's like I want to give it an 8 or a 9, the first one, but I don't know. I don't remember. I mean, I replayed it this year, but I don't know if I could put like a number on God of War because it's so strange. It's like I really want to like it, but like it didn't really knock my socks off. So it's like I don't want to give it a 9, but there wasn't anything I really hated about it either. So yeah, I don't know. But anyways, what's up?
Going on that rating, do you think it's gonna be game of the year?
No. Well, no. That's a good question actually.
Because Elden Ring still came out this year.
Yeah. I could say Elden Ring is my game of the year. Although my whole thing with Elden Ring is like the repeat bosses, even though they're optional. But everything else in Elden Ring, I really love, man. It's one of my favorite games for real. God of War 2018 wasn't really one of my favorite games, and this one is pretty much the same as 2018. So it's like, nah. I think going off of that, honestly think Elden Ring probably will win it. Because if we're going off of public reception, I think Elden Ring was like, nah, Elden Ring gonna win. Yeah, Elden Ring. Cause it did so much. It brought people that didn't even play that game to that game, and people was talking about that game.
Everybody was playing Elden Ring. Like people who don't play video games was playing Elden Ring.
Right? Like what?
Like, bro,
yeah. So.
Yo, came from.
And yeah, like nah, it definitely changed the culture in video games. So I don't think if God of War won it, I don't know. I mean, I gotta finish the game first. I don't know. But right now, I could say confidently, probably Elden Ring would win.
Gotcha.
Yeah, especially when I hit that drag part, I was like, ugh, man. I let it thing drop the whole point right here for real. But yeah, I guess we could knock that off of the notes because that was coming up, but at least a little bit. But
good connection, dog. That was a good segue. I threw that in there.
To be honest,
he ain't looking.
I wasn't even looking at the notes, but it kind of just that would cross my mind.
Hey, that's a real gamer question, then.
Because I've heard a few people. I've seen like people because it feels like this year's been kind of long. Like it don't feel like Elden Ring came out this same year if you don't really pay attention to it.
Yeah, I'll be honest. When y'all brought it up, it didn't, because I felt like y'all were talking about this last year, weren't y'all? And it's like, no, maybe it was just early.
Because that was about 7 months ago.
February, right?
It came out in March.
No, March. Yeah, I was still in college then, so it felt like a completely different time to me as well.
Yeah, it may have been late February or March. I know it came out when a bunch of games came out. I think it was late February. Yeah, I think I beat it in April. It took me so long, but yeah. So I guess that's more so what everything we talked about as far as like gaming, what we gaming on, and gaming impressions. Now it's more so gaming news, and I wanted to talk about the PSVR. It has a release date and a price, and I actually forgot to type the release date down, but I know the price is like $550. I don't know if it really got. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about the PSVR being that much. But I don't think Sony really cares about selling that many. And I say that because the PS5 is $500 here in the United States. There's more in other places. And then you gotta buy the PSVR. So that's like $1,000 commitment. Plus, on top of buying a game that actually works, because it's not backwards compatible to the PS4 games. You might have to do like some configurations, quote unquote, legally, illegally, I don't know. But yeah, I just want to put that out there for y'all. It launches February 22nd of 2023. So if anybody really like VR and you for some reason you don't have the Oculus and you really want to play PlayStation VR, there you go. I know y'all don't care.
Yeah. I would say this. I don't feel like VR is at a point where it's like I don't really know like the word for it yet, but it's not like at that point where it's like, I guess, that good in development where it's like widely pushed to people.
Yeah, I mean, there's just no real games on there that would make people like really want to like play it. And then like gamers are typically lazy. You know, we're sitting down all the time, eating. We don't want to get up and move. So,
bro, don't say that, bro. Look, yeah, we ain't all like that.
You're not even a gamer like that. You just started. Wait, why? You about to start sitting down too?
Here you go. Here you go. Nah, yeah, and the people who play VR,
yeah,
we playing games like VR chat and stuff. It's just,
I just didn't think it's a market for it.
Yeah, I don't think it's marketable.
Right,
yet.
right now anyway.
That's the word I was looking for, by the way.
So I think the OG PS4 PSVR, it sold like 5 million. But if you compare it to how many PS4s were sold, I mean, that's a small percentage, I think. I mean, it's a big enough percentage to make a profit if you do it right.
Right.
But I think what they're really doing is just trying to make sure the PS5 is still like a console that it's an option, the PSVR. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're standing out from the competition because no other console has PSVR. But I think what they're missing is like a game that will like push people to buy it.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but the enthusiasts are going to get it. The people who probably have a PSVR already probably going to get it. But I don't know. I'll be surprised if it did really well. But if it just did just enough, I guess, to make a profit, like I could see that. Because people love their box. Okay, they love their box. They love their company. They're gonna support it in some form or fashion.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Final Fantasy 16 is 95% done. This was reported probably like 2 weeks ago, so it might be completely done by this point. But a release date reveal is going to come before 2023, and I think it's going to be shown at the Game Awards this year. Now, I state that because I wanted to know if I don't know if GP even looked at any videos of Final Fantasy 16, but I know you like Final Fantasy 7, so I guess I'll go with Don. Have you been checking out Final Fantasy 16? Are you waiting on this? You played 15, right?
Yeah, I played 15. I feel like 15. I know this ain't about 15.
Yeah.
I feel like 15 was maybe kind of like some of their first plots, the first tries at doing, one like an action RPG, like a straight up like, real time action RPG, right?
Yeah.
Not like 13 or whatever. And it had like a lot of space left to be desirable with the combat and stuff. And then, 15, I was so disappointed because 15 didn't have like the full story around the game complete. They literally had to release DLC for the whole story around the game just to be complete. Now I hope 16 at least comes out finished. It's looking good to what I'm seeing. It looks.
You gonna cop?
I mean, I don't know. It's not like something I'm waiting for. Also, side note, I remember people on Twitter was complaining that the game looks too white at one point.
Oh yeah.
I was weak. People was like, the game looks too white, bro. That was funny to me. But it ain't like something I'm really, waiting for. But I may pick it up. It depends. I won't be copping like day one or anything. I just wait to see what people say about it. Maybe the first week.
Yeah. What about you, GP? And I'm assuming you haven't really been checking this out.
Yeah, I haven't. I mean, I've seen stuff come up, and I always look at Final Fantasy games in the sense of I'll take a peek, look at what the characters, somewhat whatever limited story information they give out. But yeah, I've never been drawn because even Final Fantasy 7, we didn't go look for this. I think we just stumbled upon at least my brother. I'll say that my brother just stumbled upon this game. I happened to watch him. I wanted to play it, and that's just happened. I never went out and looked at any of these games, so
Yeah.
probably not. But let's say Dom say this game is really good, it'd be easier for me to get this game than it will be another like genre of game.
Yeah, I think you're big on recommendations. You ain't moving unless it's recommended.
Yep. Or free. Because Spider-Man was free, and now like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
now I know these games are good. So yeah, I'm really big on recommendation and what people play. I don't generally. There's not many games that I'm sitting here waiting for the release. Except Madden, but we're not gonna get into that.
Yeah, I'm looking for it. I'm kind of a fan of Final Fantasy. I like to see what they're gonna do next. I like how all of them are different, so I'll be checking this out. Probably day one for sure. My thing is, I think it's a little too action heavy. Now it's like a different kind of game. It's just, are they turning it to Devil May Cry but RPG? Like, I don't know. I don't really want that, but like I said, we haven't seen them like exactly what to expect. So I'll probably still check it out.
The previous thing that released, the Strangers of Paradise thing. That game.
Man, we ain't talking about it. So yeah, Dom talked about the Game Awards earlier. We already kind of talked about the which ones or who do we think gonna win Game of the Year, but just so everyone knows, if anyone cares, the Game Awards 2022 is December 8th, and that is on a Thursday. So be on the lookout, because we will be talking about stuff from that game or that date on that next podcast episode.
We gonna watch it.
I don't know if I got that's actually a couple days after my next job. I might do it just to do it. I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. We might.
I just put it on the spot. That's it. Look, if we wanted to, like I said, I usually hoop on Thursdays, but I cancel it if we want to just kind of do a group watch, just see what they talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, be done.
Okay. We can do that. Apex, I know this has been a minute, but Apex got a new season 16, got a new character named Catalyst. I played it. And a new map. The new map is pretty big. It's pretty cool. I honestly haven't played a lot this season. But I do want to get back into it. I don't know, but I think overall this season was pretty cool. The new character, the new map is pretty cool. I don't know what everybody talking about Call of Duty, so I can't really even give y'all like a consensus if people are vibing with this or not. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that because I had it on the notes from earlier. We just haven't did an episode. And I know y'all two ain't playing Apex. And thing is, GP, I don't think I want to recommend Apex to you. I know it's free, but like it's pretty sweaty, bro. You'll get on that thing and uninstall. You get on it and uninstall it as soon as you get on.
Oh man,
You may have to. No, it's one of them games you probably have to keep playing to, be good
Man, I
at.
don't think you ain't watch GP play Battlefield, man.
man.
Yeah.
Chill, bro.
Nah, it's funny though, cause when we played Battlefield 5, he was actually, we gotta play again, by the way. Play something anyway. But he did pretty decent that first game. I think we did about the same. I'm like, okay. Cause like for me, it take me about a game or two before I like be at the top of a list of a game. So like first two games I was like towards the bottom trying to get my bearings. But that next game I was going off. But GP, that first couple games, like, all right, I see you. But then like after that, he was just like,
I get mental fatigue, bro.
man, come on, man. He said get mental fatigue. Man was crouching even though he was crouching. That was funny.
The mental fatigue. That's all.
All right. But anyways, more news. New Deus X is in development. I think that's about all we got on that. I think it's very early in development. I like Deus Ex games. I really got to beat the most recent one. I know. I think Dom, you played one of them, right? Which one?
I had rented that game.
Yeah.
I remember nothing about it. It was back during the phase I was renting everything. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's the reason why I even played it, and then I bought it on PC years later and ended up beating it. It's a pretty decent game after you get past like because it's kind of clunky at first, and it gets a little better once you realize like what the game's trying to do. But it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And last but not least, on gaming news, Returnal is coming to PC. Definitely in 2023, not this year. Returnal's a pretty good game. It was a PS5 exclusive. I beat that. I don't think I'll buy it again. I mean, it runs really well on the PS5. So, only reason I'll buy it if I was rich and I want to play it on widescreen, ultra wide gaming is where it's at for me. But anywho, I know you ain't got nothing to say about that because y'all ain't got no PS5. But
nope. Wait, hey, them things are still not that easy to find. It's not as hard anymore when they do have them in stock, but still.
Yeah, I mean, y'all ain't really missing nothing in my opinion.
I was like, it ain't enough. It ain't enough for me to want to get a PS5 anyway.
Somebody had some pictures at my Walmart saying they had them stocked up finally. I saw a picture the other day.
Yeah, you ain't got no gamers, and where you at?
Here we go,
So this is a little bit of sad news. Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman in many different like Batman mediums, from animated Batman to Batman video games, he passed away recently. And I wanted to mention that because he definitely played an important part. I didn't even know like how important he was until like after he passed, and like I read up on it. I'm like, oh, he did do all that. I'm not really good with people like names and stuff, so but yeah, rest in peace to Kevin Conroy. He has voiced Batman in so many things, and I know Batman is GP's like favorite character too, so I'm not sure if you knew he passed away.
I did not. Well, let me say this. I knew something was up because I'm on YouTube and I saw something that said, take a look into the man who made Batman over the years, or who took you through Batman over the years. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's Kevin. Like, I didn't know his name, but I said I knew the guy because I looked him up before, and I was like, wow, this is the same voice actor that was on the animated Batman show that's on the new DC movies today, you know?
Yeah.
So I looked him up just one random day years ago, but I didn't realize he passed. I just thought they was honoring him. Put down, I see why they put it up there. I should have put two and two together. But yeah, I can't lie. I did not know that. But I did know recently I started seeing, let's honor this guy. You know, I'm just thinking maybe Batman got another movie coming out and they just looking back at Batman over the years. But he definitely was influential because I knew what his work history looked like. And that's what made me really appreciate the voice actor for him for sticking that long. I mean, it's been since 90s. Like, when we weren't thinking about DC movies and none of that. So,
yeah, it's sad to hear.
Yeah,
but
that is.
Yeah, appreciate you for all your work and bringing a beloved character to life.
Yep, that's my childhood with Batman.
Yeah.
Gone. And 90% of it gone. But Christian Bale takes the rest of it, but the other Batmans, they less than 1% in my brain.
Yeah, for real. Kind of segueing. So apparently we're getting a new DCU, and I think James Gunn is front running it. James Gunn, I think it's his name. Let me make sure.
What you talking about, people?
This man. He was the director behind Guardians of the Galaxy, most notably.
Oh yeah, he's not doing Guardians of the Galaxy anymore.
Nope, he is onward to doing the new DCU.
And he switched sides, bro.
Man, where the money at? That's what I'm saying. But so what y'all expect? Y'all think this is about to go off? Like,
I don't know with what's that last movie that just came out?
Oh, Black Adam.
Yeah, Hopefully that's not a start. Okay.
I don't think he did that. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Guardians of the Galaxy movies are pretty good. So I hope can keep that same energy with what comes next.
Yeah. They're making apparently him and this guy named Peter Safran. I'm not sure who that is. They're mapping out like a 10-year plan. So pretty much like Marvel.
Yep.
Early Marvel. What you think, GP? You excited? Dang.
What? No, I'm not. DC, because to me, anything DC touch at this point, whoever the higher ups, I just feel like they tainted. Like, I really don't have faith in DC higher ups. I mean, you get the best directors. I mean, if you told me Ryan Coogler was about to be directing a DC movie, I still wouldn't be excited. It'd be just like how Marvel feel now. Like Marvel now, I have to be honest, I am kind of like this year. These movies haven't really been much. Maybe it's Marvel fatigue. That could be a true thing, but just really haven't been hitting. So DC never was hitting except Wonder Woman and Superman 1. That's the only two movies from DC that I take it back. Shazam. That's probably my favorite. Those are 3 movies out of all DC movies that were not animated that I will watch right now. The rest of them, I don't even know they exist.
Have you watched?
Haven't seen Black Adam yet.
What about Batman?
I did see Batman. Tell me, which one? The newest one?
The one that came out this year.
That was cool. I give you that. That was cool. I want to rewatch it though. That just had unnecessary scenes. Like the movie was so long.
Yeah,
you
right.
could have cut that out, but I give it some slack. That was okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, Nancy, I don't have faith in DC at all. No matter who's directing.
I mean, if we're going off of like, I guess recent or past movies and how they handle like all of this DC stuff, then I can see like, yeah, there's somebody who got doo-doo hands. Just keep touching it, just smearing it all over the place.
Keep smearing it. Yep.
Yeah. So, but
Stay away.
I'm all for like changing methods and shifting gears essentially. So wow, somebody got some feedback. So I heard myself. It was weird, but
Yeah, I did hear that.
That was my mic. He unplugged.
I was like, who was that talking? but yeah.
Listening, man, they was about to amplify.
I know.
What I was about to say.
Hey, is that my FBI guy? Like, yo, my bad, bro. But yeah, yeah, I'm excited. I'll say I'm excited. I don't know. I just want to see something different, and hopefully they switch it up. You know, maybe it's not like Marvel. You know, maybe it's not. I honestly, I commend them for trying something different. So, segue. We all watched Marvel's latest movie, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. So, I'm gonna go first on the spoilers. So this is gonna be a no spoiler and spoiler. We're gonna go with no spoiler first, and then we're gonna talk about spoilers. I'll let y'all have the floor.
I let Dom go first. I feel like every time I speak, I be taking Dom stuff. So Dom, I'll let you go.
Nah, I give so just straight out rating. I give it an 8, about an 8.
No spoilers.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if I feel like I don't think it's better than the first one. It's some stuff I did like in this movie more than the first one, but I don't think it's better than the first one altogether. I feel like the movie was a little slow at some points. Other than that, though, I really like some of the other stuff, a lot of the other stuff that happened in the movie, though.
Okay, GP.
Some of the directions it took, yeah.
Being that they had to ultimately change the movie, because of the passing, they had to redirect and change how the movie went. So some of it, I kind of look past it. Like there were things that I may see, I'm like, you know what, I understand they had to do it.
Mm-hmm.
With all that being said, I remember when people first seen the first one and it was like, man, this is like the best one of them all. Yeah, man. I'm like, yeah. And I remember thinking like it was a good movie for sure. I remember leaving with a special feeling that I never had with any other movie. But I was like, the best one? Yeah. And then I saw something similar again today. It's like, this is the best one. And then I saw this year, and I said, okay, maybe this year, okay. But then I saw some people like, this is the best one. Okay, here we go again. Let's not lie to ourselves. All that to say, I say 7, because I think I said the first one was an 8. If I said the first one was an 8, and I agree with you that the next one wasn't as good, then I would say 7 or 7.5.
Yeah.
I do think both had great villains. I will say that. I did like him. Of course, he didn't live up to the first one, Killmonger, but I do like both of them. And I'll kind of stop there.
Okay. I guess I'll start off with the rating. It's like a high 7 for me. Like GP said, I like both villains, and they had the script written for the sequel to Black Panther before Chadwick passed. I'm not sure if I said that before.
Right.
But
the whole thing over.
Yeah, they had to do the whole thing over, and then they had to like incorporate different things. We'll get into it in spoilers, but for what they had to work with, I think they did the best they could, in my opinion. But does that mean that everything was great? No. As far as something that I just did not outright like, there's like one thing I didn't outright like I definitely take a point for it. There's 2 things I didn't like, but one just I didn't like that at all. But as far as the whole movie, it is a pretty long movie. I gotta hear y'all opinions because I don't know. I thought every scene was necessary. I didn't see anything that was like, okay, they should have took this scene out. But I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong, but the movie is long, so it's kind of like, is it long because of certain things that had to be in a movie? Not for non-spoiler. We'll talk about in a second. But yeah. Anyways, I guess we'll just go into spoilers. So spoilers. If you don't want to be spoiled,
4,
we're about to get into it.
3,
like
2,
in the second.
1. Yep.
All right. So, I'll say what I didn't outright like. I did not like. I guess there's 3 things I didn't like. I'll start with outright. I did not like how they made Wakanda feel weak. I feel like they didn't do a really good job with like showing. I mean, in the beginning they did. They started off with the United States trying to find vibranium and stuff, or infiltrate Wakanda. And it was like they killed, or they took all the soldiers out. Like, all right, cool, that's Wakanda stuff, right? But then, like, when it came to fighting, like, the actual villains, like, they were so weak. And I was like, the only person that was not weak was, the lady with the spear. I don't remember her name. Because she took on, like, four or 5 dudes by herself. And I was like, okay, like, I can see why she would lose. Like, she just fought 4 of these superhuman things. But, like, when they got infiltrated, I did not like the fact that they just couldn't do anything. Like, they couldn't do anything against the attack after already knowing they used water to infiltrate. So, because like in the first movie, they did a pretty good job of letting us know like Wakanda is really about that business and they really about culture and all that. This one, they didn't really do that. And that's the thing. Another thing I just didn't like. They didn't really, and I understand why they probably didn't want to do that again. Like, because the first one they did show like a lot of culture type stuff, because it's like the first of its kind. We've never seen this before. But I think I still would have appreciated even a little bit more if they showed a little bit more of that here. But I don't feel like they did that. And another small gripe I didn't like was Ironheart, she did really well like outside of the suit, but when she was in the suit, like her acting just didn't mesh with me. It just didn't seem like she was really flying around. She was just like talking, because like when they're doing that stuff, like the CGI stuff, like she's not really in the suit. She's probably like voice acting.
Yeah.
And she didn't really sell it for me. Like you should sound like you going crazy, flying around, doing all this stuff. She's like,
I get you.
Yeah. It just
Else?
yeah, like, whoa, yeah, I'm about to, here I come, or something like that. She's just like, whoa, I'm like, I wasn't really getting that, you know what I'm saying? It's not a bad thing. It's just something I noticed. It just stood out for me. But like her acting,
It's kind of funny.
yeah, her acting outside of the suit was really good though. I think everybody did a really good job acting. The villain was cool, and everything makes sense. And I think it was long because of the 2 tributes, longer than it could have been because of the 2 tributes. Really, they had to add that in there. So
yeah. The comment on one thing. Were you finished? My fault.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah.
All right. The comment on one thing. I get what you. I feel like the movie was long, right? I feel like all the scenes were needed. Like you said, they don't feel like something could be removed. But I feel like even though the scenes that were needed felt maybe like they was just a little bit too long in those scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Like it felt like some shots were kind of dragging on.
I'll say only one that I saw was when she was touring the Atlantic place or whatever.
Right.
Like she was seeing like all the culture. Like I get it, she needs to see it and we need to see it. But I think that was probably the only part for me. I was like, okay, this could go. We could like kind of like move on. I get it.
I actually enjoyed that scene though, personally.
I mean, it's not a bad scene, but it was like I think it sold us already, in my opinion. But that's the only thing I could see. A lot of people say like it was like, or as far as like 2 critic reviews, I'd say it was like it drags on a little bit, and I just didn't see that really, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Was that the only thing you had, no? But like as far as highlights?
He basically explained everything. Like, the villain was cool, right? I'd say one thing. Some of the people like the acting throughout the movie was actually really good as well for the most part. Give or take a few minor things. The acting was good. I feel like the villain was good as well.
Yeah, I have another thing I want to say, but I'm gonna let GP go.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to say spoiler wise. Everything was already said, kind of.
Yeah, I am kind of on the same boat with you two, Dom. The one thing I will say, trying to make sure I say this correctly. The one thing was it a little too long? I know for the beginning, bro, they was trying to get some tears from you in that beginning, cause I know I felt some way in that beginning. I'm like, man, y'all playing with me. You know how they do the whole logo.
Yeah, man. And it was quiet too.
Like,
yeah. Man.
I was like, y'all trying. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. That was cool though. So I do think stuff like that is the reason why it was probably longer than what we would like. I do think it was a little too long, because to me, like I remember watching Avatar thinking this movie would never end, but I'm enjoying that. Or Batman, The Dark Knight. I'm like, oh man, this movie so like I don't even think about the time. I'm thinking like, man, we still getting more. I didn't get that feeling. This one, it was to a point like, okay, I think I see where this is going. Okay, then it's like, oh, okay, I'm in a minute. Then I'm like, yeah, I don't know. So it just didn't always keep me engaged, and it doesn't need to be something exploding every scene to do that. But I just wasn't engaged. But the other thing too, though, which I was surprised you said, Suit, was personally though, they kind of explained why that happened in that way. Cause it's like we never seen something like this before. Like this was the first time someone was on equal footing. Like it wasn't they were a surprise to other people, outside of like people who used to steal from. I can't remember, man, who got killed though, but they got surprised this time. Yeah, now granted, like you said, they did know their existence at that time, but they was on equal footing. They had this kind of same stuff. And then if you think of it this way too, a lot of them were already like super soldiers, whereas the elite few can maybe fight them, but as an overall army, they've never really been that strong. I mean, realistically,
you know,
not
one thing I meant to comment on.
not the take the ladies out. I'm talking about the rest of it. Like, okay, you'll say like what's the tribe name?
You talking about like M'Baku tribe?
Yeah, like his tribe. Yeah, like they're never known to be like those guys in any of the movies. They just extra bodies. Like, really think about it. Who's putting in the most work in all the movies?
But they always talk about how Wakanda is the strongest nation. They got this vibranium. They're the only ones with vibranium and all this technology.
You can say the same thing about the other group.
But they didn't do anything.
But wait, listen.
They didn't do anything.
All right, say you take the thing that's putting them at equal footing, but then they have superhuman people as well. Think about that.
Yes, but they didn't do anything. Anything. They did nothing.
Think about it. They have vibranium as well, right?
Bro, they did nothing.
Yeah, I don't listen. You can feel the way you do. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just think that is it's clearly explained why that was the case. I just think it was clearly explained. Like, there's no reason why you should think why this happened. Like, you got all the answers in it.
Nah, they didn't do enough. They ain't doing enough.
Because for me, it was kind of like, bruh, what the heck am I do if someone flipped over half an ocean and put it on my head, bro? Like, what I'm gonna do, bro? I gotta, So it's just with all that. Yeah, I saw that.
And you also gotta think about, it's like they attacked like a more, instead, not like a actual. So it looked like Wakanda split up into like obviously different parts of the city, right? You got like the main part. Then like the part they attacked wasn't even like, that super deep within the city. It was like right on the border. Most of the people that got blown up were like, just normal people.
Right.
Like the normal citizens as well.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
And then old buddy M'Baku fight with a stick with a.
I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, yeah, he deserved to get punched through. Okay, I get that. I'm just saying, like, their retaliation just didn't.
I thought he died, bro. I really thought he died.
Also, when they was fighting the people on a boat as well, they was still fighting them on their home turf, right?
That's what I'm saying. See,
yeah, and then they were even.
Now, Sue, you cannot tell me you really thought they can actually win that.
When they went out to the boat.
Yes.
The whole point of the thing was like, also the whole point of the thought with her, M'Baku speaking to the princess, right? He was telling them that they're gonna lose a lot of people going through this, right? He may kill the main guy, but they're still gonna lose. That was like the whole, that was the whole hint at it. That
I'm not saying Wakanda should have won. I'm not saying they should have did. All I'm saying is they made them look super weak. When they're the strongest.
I don't know. I can't agree with that.
What did Wakanda do in that movie that was good? What? I'm not talking about the middle of the ocean, because like I thought that was a dumb idea in my opinion. You're going to they like put sound waves in the water, like, and then they get out the water, and then they start climbing. Like, you're going to there, like, yeah, I don't know. I thought that was a silly idea. I mean, like, y'all just lost on y'all home turf so bad. And then they brought this thing, and my thing is they didn't do anything good in the movie. They really didn't. Like and then they created these 2 suits for the girls, and they didn't show them doing too much. But I mean, I just wanted some kind of like retaliation. They didn't do anything, and I was just like, they made Wakanda look super weak. Like, they didn't do nothing. Like, even like when a stronger nation attacks a weaker nation, like, they do some kind of counterattack, and it does something. They just didn't do anything. They
literally popped up. They had time to ready their army.
They had ships, and the ships wasn't shooting nobody. It was missing. It was like, y'all can't do anything. They can do anything. They did nothing, bro.
Shooting at like one super dude.
Bruh, they could not do anything. And I'm not saying they should have won. Like, I get it. Like, it's a surprise attack. You fighting superhumans. Like, I get it, but they couldn't do nothing. Like, nothing. They just saved a few people.
Like what? It was like 4 people attacked attack the place? How many people? It only looked like what you had Namor and like his main 3 people attack the place.
They had more than that, man. But it just seemed like that because they just didn't do anything.
They were shooting water.
This man Namor destroyed the entire. Namor did everything, bro. He destroyed the entire civilization, bro. He could have just went by himself.
Really? So we're not going to take in consideration. Realistically, you got snubbed, ambush, and you just lost the best thing closest to him that can actually like fight him on par. Like there was nobody there, and I think that was the whole point of that scene was like there's nobody there at that time that could stop this man.
Yeah. Also, yeah,
I get
Wakanda
that.
was a wounded nation.
I am not saying Wakanda had to win.
Listen. Give me one scene. I'm not gonna keep going on. No, give me one scene where you said, "Man, they look weak." Like, can you give me a scene?
The entire counterattack. They did nothing. They did not one thing positive.
The counter. You talking about when they?
Or not that counterattack. The initial ambush. They didn't do anything.
So they couldn't have just gotten ambush.
No, they could have got ambushed. They could have.
What would have shown them doing the opposite of what you said?
Some kind of pushback. Something.
They was rescuing people, kids.
They didn't fight. They tried.
Others.
The only thing that we saw with like that actually saw them fighting back the attack was M'Baku slapping a couple on the side of the head. Like that was it.
But you gotta think about it though. It wasn't like they would still have to have enough time for the army to get there to fight back. Them trying to buy time was the ships coming. Like what they supposed to teleport people over there?
Man, they got
like,
vibranium, the highest technology, and they couldn't use that to fight one person. Not even Namor. They couldn't even push back the regular blue dudes, bro.
And remember, they was doing the little serpent, not the serpent, but I always think of the Greek Odyssey, the little bewildering calls so that people could just go into their doom. I mean, that was still going on, so they had to block out. There we go, Sirens. That was going on, so it's like, bro, what?
And then they got vibranium too, bro.
They weren't even using vibranium. They was just using their super strength, bro.
Yeah, let's go. Hey, man. Hey, dog. I don't know what's wrong with the suit right now. Let's just agree to disagree, because I don't see where he's coming from. Like they literally said they said, "Are you scared to fight?" The lady said, "We never fought no one who had what we had." That's basically what she said.
Yes, she said, but so you mean to tell me all Wakanda got to defend themselves is an invisible barrier and some ships? That's it?
Yeah, that's work. All these years, yeah.
Oh my
That's all they needed. They never knew someone who could hold their breath for 5,000 feet for 20 minutes.
Man, they got DNA balls they can just throw in the air and then just connect to other DNA and come up with science, but they can't do anything against.
But you gotta think about it. Even if they use vibranium, what they use? Vibranium spears, dog.
Bro, they got all this technology. Like that's what vibranium is.
But they still have to. So even though
that's
they still got all
United
this
States
technology,
wanted.
it seemed like they still fight back against having super duper technology. Think about it. They didn't want to wear them suits.
Oh my god.
But
I'm just saying they could have at least punched a couple more of them, bro. That's all I'm saying, bro.
But
they didn't punch nobody.
It was long of an attack though. You also got to think about that part, bro.
It wasn't. They came for one specific reason.
Literally went and blew everything up while the other people sat there and watched Namor, and then he came back.
I ain't going no Wakanda, bro. That's all I'm saying. They ain't got no defenses. They ain't got no defenses.
Yeah,
all they got is an invisible barrier.
They ain't got to worry about no normal place, all right? They ain't got to worry about no normal place.
Bro, they just fought sharks.
They
just fought sharks.
Listen,
they just fought sharks.
Listen, this man's suit want Thanos to come down. And then they be like, man, why they look so weak? The Thanos, man.
Bro, even Thanos attack, they did something. Golly.
Yeah, but they still had the Black Panther there when Thanos came.
Man,
but they had the Black Panther. They basically had the whole Avengers there to help them fight Thanos.
They got smacked.
They still fought him back though. At least they tried.
But it was prepared though. It was already prepared to fight. The thing about it is, it was a sneak attack.
Oh my god. Anyways,
to an already wounded nation going through grief. All right.
I ain't going no Wakanda. Not no more. They can't protect nobody. But anyways, I think what is missing from the Black Panther movies, period, is probably more action, and not that much more action.
No,
Like,
yeah, they did need it
I
more
agree on that
in
part.
this one. Yeah, I never thought I would say that.
and because they focused a lot on politics and stuff like that, and like,
Yeah,
okay, cool,
yeah.
that's a good aspect, but like, because like when they do have fight scenes, it's really cool. Like, it's actually like unique kind of stuff going on. Even
I
the
say
chase
one
scenes are
thing?
cool.
Along with that, you said politics and things. This is a kudos. I do want to give this. I know the main character wasn't there, but you remember watching Avengers, the second one, and they made that all women scene,
Mm-hmm.
and they all did the fight. A lot of people felt that was forced. Like,
It was.
why did you?
It was.
You know, they just felt forced. Like, this was like you could have done it smoother. Like, do it smooth. Like, oh my god, it was
They ain't got
rough.
a pose.
Exactly right. But this one, you had no choice. Like, when you look at the first movie, there was probably 3 strong male actors from the movie that you could think, maybe 4. I'm thinking of my guy from the CIA too. But there's a few males. But majority of the cast was women. You know, black women.
Yeah.
And you like, now you took out 2 of them, you know, Michael B and Chadwick. You take them out, and then you got like M'Baku and you got my white man. That's like, bruh, the movie was carried by, I mean, besides the villains, of course, but the movie was carried majority by women. It's like, bro, I like that. I felt it wasn't forced. I didn't feel like the need of, yeah, of course I miss my boy, that's one thing, but I never felt the need of, they need to add more. It was like, this was good on its own. So I did get that, but I do think, like you said, though, I wonder if that was the reason why I was less fighting. And I'm curious of that.
Well, the first one didn't have that much fighting either.
Yeah.
I definitely had more of this one, though. At least in my
man,
mind.
Yeah, I'll fight though.
Yeah, don't bring that up.
Nah, because I
That was
think
rough.
so. If we're let's go. So the first Black Panther, we had the chase scene and the casino scene. That's one.
Yep.
You had the initial fight between Chad and Michael B. And then
you had the one with the first fight too, with M'Baku.
Okay, so the first one might have like a slight edge on the fights because they did fight like when they was stealing the I think the claw. He had fought.
Yeah. It's just more action, bro. It's
It was a little bit more action though. It was like one more fight than this one.
No.
Yes.
Because you're not even including the one in the jungle.
Bro, that's the intro fight.
Exactly.
Okay, two small
Let me
fights.
ask, what was the intro for us?
Well, we had to be that. It had to be that.
Okay. My point.
Oh my goodness.
I ain't gonna lie, I was getting drowsy after. So after so after obviously the funeral, yes, right. You know, yeah. And then it was like the parts after that. At the beginning, the first few intro parts, I was getting drowsy, dog.
Man, you can't count that jungle fight, bro. It was just flashy guns, bro. They didn't even fight. Anyways, I don't think it's better than the first one. I don't think it's a bad movie. There was nothing, like I said, that was just terrible. I think overall it was just like a good movie, so I give it a high 7.
I'm glad they didn't make Namor white, dog.
Nah, I don't think they're probably gonna make the main character. Well, I mean, maybe. Because, like, it depends if there is going to be a Black Panther 3. But I don't think it should be.
At the end of the movie, it say the Black Panther will continue.
Yeah, but not an actual movie. It maybe in the universe.
Right. Because you can cop out and say, oh, it might be a TV show. It might be added along with another character. I will say this, though. I know this is going to sound real crazy. I guess, is it safe to say no more spoilers, maybe?
Yeah,
I'm gonna say for me, no more spoilers. We're done. If they introduce like a white man, I'm sorry, I know it's gonna sound crazy. He has to be a little racist. That's the only reason I would want a white man, bro. I'm sorry, because it would do nothing to the story to add a white man to the story, bro. Like, give me I like how Namor, I like how they did Killmonger, but if you're gonna bring a white man and then if you saw this movie or some of the stuff they showed, yeah, bro, he gonna have to be a little like on the other side, it's still like,
Man,
bruh.
if they did that, you know, that thing would be one of the most controversial movies. Because there's people that don't like this movie, and I think they don't like it because like they pretty much make United States an enemy.
Hey, real quick, I was under the impression because I heard like a review from this movie from a black person, and a review from this movie from a non-black person.
Yep.
I was like, if you don't like this movie, or if you think the movie's a bad movie,
like a bad movie, then
you're not. You either don't understand the black experience, or you're not black. That's what I said.
Nah, it's definitely.
That's not a bad movie.
It's not a bad movie.
No, not at all.
Especially compared to the rest of the movies that came
Oh
out
my
this year,
goodness!
Thor
Like
Ragnarok,
seriously.
I'm not gonna get up. Not Thor Ragnarok. Thor: Love and Thunder. I'm not gonna get over that movie.
I
The
love
worst
you
thing
still.
about that
I
movie, the
still
worst
want to
it
watch
gets
it.
worse.
I still want to watch it. I just haven't. I still want to.
Yeah. I honestly think it's because they made United States an enemy. That's my whole. I'm sticking to that. And they heard that, they're like, "Oh, come on! You're woke." And, okay.
I heard somebody said she should have. Never mind. That's another spoiler. You just said no spoiler. I'm not.
Nah, you can like we already in spoilers, so like
All right.
they ain't jumping around.
I heard somebody say, I heard somebody complain about the movie, but she should have killed Namor then. I was like, bruh, that literally goes against what the whole movie was building for.
Nah, honestly, kind of. I think I would have liked it more if she would have killed him for it. And then they would have figured it out. They would have because they could have figured it out. Like the next movie, that would be the start of the next movie. Like going through like what revenge really gets you. But the thing is, they kind of roped themselves into like they got to be friends because like your friends out there in the sea, they about to die. You know what I'm saying? So after seeing them get cornered, I was like, yeah, they about to make up.
he also just in a comic book realm, this is what he normally is. Like sometimes he's fighting for good, sometimes he's bad. So they had to kind of do it because he will flip side, and that's just what I was reading comments before the movies came out. I didn't know who this guy was at all, so I was reading comments about him, and he's known as an anti-hero. He kind of flips the side, and you could kind of get that on what the answer when the lady was like, I thought we was gonna fight to the end. He was like, no, we are gonna fight. We just gonna do it smart, just kind of along those lines. So it didn't shock me that I will agree with you, Sue. I personally would. I said the same thing. I said, man, they should have just go ahead and off them, and then show the consequences in the following whatever they do.
Yeah, that would have been more interesting.
Yeah.
Man, they gave that girl that Iron Man suit. She put in no work, though.
That's what I'm saying. Like they did. I feel like the last fight, like as far as like the overall, I feel like that could have been like edited better. Cause like it just, I feel like it should have been more massive than what it was.
Yeah, I can kind of see that. I can agree with you on that. I will say that it was a letdown. Like to me, I got hyped the first time when it was like, we ready, we was getting crunk. But yeah, that last.
You see, they're about to do Wakanda stuff.
There we go.
And then the girls with the suits, the new suits, they didn't do anything, bro. They just flew around and kicked a couple folks. And I was like, man, y'all supposed to be tearing them up, man.
And they made like them suits about to change everything.
Bro, they been talking about that suit, bro. They was talking about the suit since the first 10 minutes of the movie, bro. Like, come on, man. This is foreshadowing at its best, and they ain't even do nothing.
Also, I know you said I feel like the fights could have been longer as well. Even if we didn't get more fights, the fights at least could have been longer. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying, right?
They extended everything in this movie but the fights.
It's like 4 fights in this movie, and
they lacked in that department, and I'm
like
wondering why.
Like 20 minutes of the 2-hour, almost 3-hour movie.
Because remember the virtual plane thing with my man from the CIA agent? You had to think about that too. Like they had little scenes like that in the first one where it was cool, but not this one.
They got infiltrated by some soldiers.
No. I'm talking about when he had to do the drone plane virtually.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like little stuff like that was also, it just wasn't present in this one. So yeah, the action was lacking. Like that really to me is the biggest knock for me.
I don't know,
they
man.
could have done it.
The action wasn't really in the first one either like that.
You keep saying that, but they had enough. They had enough.
Okay,
Y'all
got anything else?
So.
anything else to add to the conversation about the movie? I have one last thing to say.
No, go ahead.
Man, I swear they switched to the boat, bro. Like they switched to the scene with the boat at nighttime, bro. I was like, bro, I thought the movie had a crossover with Avatar or something. Cause think about it. Cause that was the last trailer I seen before the movie, and then we switched to water, dog. I'm like, bro, what the heck going on?
Okay.
So you thought they was gonna introduce? Oh, we ready to see? Man, let's go.
I thought we was watching the wrong movie or something. I thought we got like an early screen.
You can't go to the movies dumb, man. That man be on the wrong popcorn, bro. What's going on with you? What's going on? Man, we're gonna move on, man. That was our take on Wakanda Forever. Good movie. Not the greatest movie.
I can live with that. Yep.
Honestly, I'll say it's better than like most recent Marvel stuff too. I'll say that.
Probably the best movie in this part, to be honest.
Well, yeah. There's not too many movies in this part. I feel like Doctor Strange could have been better. It could have been better than Wakanda, but it wasn't. But anyways, Twitter is on fire since Elon Musk's takeover. I'm not sure if y'all seen what's been going on Twitter. Just know like he's been changing things like every second. Like I don't know. You know, I don't even want to talk about this because like y'all both ain't on Twitter.
Nah,
I seen some news though. Yeah,
I know 100% what's going on.
Oh,
man, hey, bro,
okay.
If a company tweets something, it ain't that company right now.
Yeah, it's companies losing money from that too. Share price.
Millions, bro, millions.
Yeah, and it's funny. He was like, "We're gonna delete some things because it's bloat. Like we don't really need these things." And then shortly after that, they're like, "Do not log out. You will not be able to log back in because we deleted it." Yeah, he destroying it, bro.
He went in there, fired people, and hired them right back because he was like, "We need them, dog."
Man, it's actually crazy. It's like I think he wanted to dismantle Twitter for real.
Everybody got check marks.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, I guess. I don't really care. I mean, I use it for news, so as long as I can still get my news.
As long as I'm still following the right people, that's what matters.
Yeah.
Not some clones.
There's not really any hot take on that. So it's just he just going wild, bro. I think I'm gonna skip two things on here. Actually, I'll talk about one of these things, and then we'll get to anime. Talk about some anime because I've been watching some, and then we'll get out of here. But speaking of the Avatar that you did y'all see the first one?
I did.
That's a whole story I could share. Yeah, I seen the first one. That's one of the greatest movies ever. I'm gonna stop there. If you keep me going, I got a story. I'm gonna stop though.
Nah, how long is your story?
I have a comment on what you just said.
Go ahead.
That movie is not the same outside of a theater. But that I feel like that plays into the movie though.
Right. I agree. I never seen it outside of theater. Long story short, it was my birthday. I had a $50 gift card. I said, hey, man, two of my friends, you want to go see the movie? Not really. I'm kind of interested, but I said, this is the hype movie. My friend said, yeah. I bought 3D, $15 a ticket. So that was all my gift card. I said, just pay my money back after it's done. They said, cool. We saw the movie. I looked at them and said, bro, y'all ain't got to pay my money back. That's how much I enjoyed the movie, bro. I seen it in 3D in the theaters. Bro, it was amazing. That's what I'm saying. The movie was long. I never said wrap up. I'm like, man, y'all could keep going. And the movie was great. Yeah, it gave me the experience of 3D, the best 3D movie I've seen. I can say that for a fact. The cast, the action, the CGI didn't seem cheesy at the time. You know, if I look at it now, I probably see some stuff. But at that time, you know, now I know how people felt about Star Wars. Like at that time, it was high def, you know, and so I'm excited for Avatar 2. But just like I was Final Fantasy 7, I'm always gonna have a little back of my mind like it ain't gonna be as good as the first one. So yes, I'm excited.
Are you gonna watch this in theater?
Yep. Yep, because this is one of the movies I'm not waiting to see TV. I know I got like a little screen at my own house. Nope. I'm going like, hey Michelle, you coming with me or you staying home? Hopefully she says she coming with me, because either way I'm seeing the movie. That's kind of what my mindset is.
Okay. Dom, got anything to say about that?
I don't know if you brought this up on the podcast, but the reason they said they postponed the movie so long is because they had to wait till they got good enough graphics to do some good water.
Anything else?
I'm actually looking forward to it since I feel like it's gonna be one of the movies you have to see in the movie theater to get the full experience again.
Yep.
So I will go see this movie because I was pretty young when the first one came out, so I didn't see it originally in movie theaters, but I did go back and watch it. Sometimes they just put movies back in movie theaters one time.
Right.
It was like a Tuesday, the movies was cheap, so I was seeing it then, and it was good then.
Yeah. I remember liking this movie. I can't tell you anything about it though. I only watched it like that one time. Maybe a couple times. I remember really liking it, but it's like now that I'm older and I'm like, would I really like this movie if I rewatched it? So I'm not gonna go see the second one. I'm definitely gonna wait for it to stream. Because I don't want. No, I'm done with the movie theaters, right?
I don't think it'll be
hold on.
this
Why? Why are you done with it? What's up with that?
Not the Avatar. It's more so going to the movie theaters.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dog, did this movie make you do that? The one we just talked about?
Nah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
no. It's more so like everything we have to do just to get to the movie theaters. Just not worth it at this point anymore. We're just gonna wait for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can see that. Now I will.
I'm
say,
lazy, bro. I'm tired.
You crazy not to go for this one though. Maybe the other one.
And then look, man. I know you loved it, man, but.
No, but I feel like this is one of the movies where the experience at the theater matters.
It matters, bro.
I don't want to
Not
do it.
all movies say that.
I know. I mean, I can understand because I think I seen this one in the theater too. I'ma just I don't know. I really gotta be happy. I gotta be happy. I got some money on me.
Now this man said I can't be depressed.
I can't, bro. I ain't going. I ain't going. If I'm even a little bit tired, bro, I ain't going. I gotta be in a very adventurous mood to go. And I can tell you right now, that ain't happening right now. Maybe after I get my new job, like that might happen. But right now, I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I'm tired for the next couple weeks. So, yeah. Now, I hope y'all enjoy it. I'm for it. Report back to me, please.
All right, I get you updated, bro.
Yes, sir.
Keep going, man.
Just because you love this movie, I should just trash it right now.
Hey, that's what they did for Black Adam. That's sorry.
Hey, man, I ain't a fan of Black Adam either. I'm a fan of The Rock. That's what it is.
It was like The Rock did his thing, but that's it. The Rock did rock things, all right?
That's good, man. That make a movie decent at least. You know what I'm saying? It's at least decent. You got The Rock in it. Anyways, let's talk about some anime. We're gonna start it off with My Hero. Y'all watched this season? I know GP read it.
Yeah, I'm watching it. I'm up to date.
What about you, Dom?
I'm just not that interested in My Hero, to be honest. I'm gonna get to watching it sooner or later.
No, it's okay, because a lot of people
but
aren't.
it's just not something that I'm that big interested in.
A lot of people aren't, and I understand why. Especially after watching this season. No spoilers. Just know that every episode, I feel like we take half a step forward to where we want to see. It's so weird, bro. It's so weird. It's like, why don't nothing happen?
No, you right. I mean, this is one of the seasons. I will say this: if you can binge it, that's the best way to watch this.
Yes,
season. If you
I can see that.
Because you would get so much. It would be so much better for you. Because this past episode, I think a lot was happening. I think we can agree this is probably the most eventful episode, this most recent one. But just if you look at the season as a whole, just like what Soup said, it's like, bro, as soon as it's about to start, then it's like the next episode of My Hero. You know, I mean, they don't do that, of course. But it just seems like that happens all the time.
So yeah,
my
it's
definitely better to binge it. This is one of the show I say binge it. if you can just say don't watch it for 4 weeks, then watch them all, that's one episode for you.
I think right now my favorite episode, slight spoilers, it's not like super deep, but the bunny girl character when she was fighting all the numbers.
Right.
Yeah, that was like, I was like, okay, we getting somewhere. After that, straight dry, bro. Just, we take a whole half a step, man. Every episode. I was like, y'all really ain't putting nothing else in this episode, man. And I think it's because they're trying to cover so much. And I'm like, I don't know, it's so weird, man. I feel like I'm watching it in slow motion. It's so strange. But I can see what you mean when you say like, it's better to binge it.
Yeah.
It's so weird though. I never felt this way. Even with Dragon Ball, like, you know, they be talking all the time, but at least something happened. There's some kind of resolution to some kind of problem. Like this one, it just creates more problems. No resolutions, bro. Like, how we gonna fix this? Here's another problem. Okay, well, here's another problem. Like, hey, man, it's like 1 step forward, 8 steps back. That's what it feels like. But I mean, it got me hyped, but man, to keep doing it, that's what makes it, I guess, so drawn out. But that's all I got to say. I guess we'll return when the season over with. I'm hoping. Is there more to see? Like I know you read the manga.
Yeah. No, a lot of stuff clear up. Truthfully, no. This is gonna be the. Disregard what I said. Yeah, keep watching. No, for real, keep watching. You'll see. Just keep watching.
How many episodes do you think we got left before this whole bout is over?
3. 3, yeah, about 3.
Man,
Yeah, 3. I say 3 for sure.
These next 3 episodes better be straight heat, bro. Better be straight heat. 'Cause right now, I'm on the edge of my seat, and then just left there every dang episode. Anyways, I watched Chainsaw Man. Oh yeah, GP, I wanted you to give your impressions on Blue Lock. I guess we could do it after this. But
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Chainsaw Man, and the first, I think I'm 4 episodes in. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna sleep every time I watch this show. And I think it's more so because I'd be sleepy by the time I watch it. But that's not a good sign. And I don't think it's a bad show. From what I've seen, it's pretty decent. But the animation is cool at times. But when it started to look all CGI, I don't vibe with it. And apparently, they say it's not CGI. What Dom told me, I don't know how true that is. But
Yeah, I was looking at something on Twitter.
oh nah, that thing's CGI.
No, it was Mappa though. Mappa posted it.
Man, Mappa lying, bro. They lying. That first episode, it was definitely CGI. Ain't no way. It looked just like it. Anyways, I mean, the characters are pretty interesting. The story is not really getting anywhere yet. It's very dark. And when I say dark, like humor, dark humor, or in bloody. So it's not like your regular average shonen anime. It got like, imagine Attack on Titan, but with like some dark humor, I guess. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I gotta rewatch the season. I gotta rewatch it. But from what I've seen, it's not doing a lot. It's not doing a little, but it's not doing a lot. So,
I know it's hyped. I mean, people really like, they stand by this show. I mean, for whatever reason, people stand by. Now, I'm talking about just the manga itself.
Yeah, the
just
manga.
the story. So people really stand by. So I haven't checked out the anime yet, just because I haven't really been getting, once again, a recommendation to really go check it out. So besides Dom, but
I'm gonna say this: the manga. At first I was like, why is this so? I guess liked by so many people. I would say it took me a little minute before me to actually, get to the point where it's like, oh, hey, this is actually good. It took a minute for me myself.
right.
okay, maybe that's what it is then. Because right now it's just it's cool stuff happening, but like, I guess
I
not
would
cool
say it's a
enough.
little slow as well. Yeah, I would say the manga is a little slow, but when they start to pick up, it picks up a lot.
Okay. All right, let's see. Blue Lock.
So, if you all remember, Don recommended Blue Lock soccer anime. You know, he was saying if you like Haku, get those same vibes, you can watch Blue Lock. Well, I watched the first 2 episodes. I started on the 3rd, but I didn't finish it. I must say, this show is a little more crazy than it is a little more hype. Like, there are times where I'm yelling at the screen during Haku, like, let's go, let's get it. And then when I'm watching Blue Lock, I'm looking at the screen like, bro, what's wrong with these people? And it's funny because I'm watching it with my girl, I'm watching it with my wife, and she even was saying like, why they look crazy? I don't know. But the story that it's trying to tell you, it involves them pretty much tapping into an inner being. And I'm not gonna go into details about you watch it, but they're trying to tap into something that everybody, either you'll feed it or you don't, or either you use it or you don't. And so they really try hard to like show that, and that you need this to be great. And that's like, for me, it just comes off as like, okay, these dudes just crazy for success. They're crazy to be great in soccer, but it didn't get me hype for them to play soccer. So that's kind of my impressions now. I'm gonna still keep watching it, but I have to admit, if it don't change from being just no hype moments to just crazy, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna be done. Because I haven't gotten a hype moment yet. I'm just looking at them like, bro, I don't want to be in the same room as these dudes. Which they become in the same room in the anime. So it's just kind of weird.
Wait, so
that's kind of what my
to
impression is.
they're trying to overcome like a beast or something?
No, technically not overcoming it, embracing it. That's really literally, they're trying to embrace it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. So it's more on a not. It's kind of supernatural, but not really. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's not supernatural at all. It's just saying like how everyone has an inner beast inside.
Oh, okay.
You need to, yeah. It's still nothing like that. Like, it's not like Naruto, they have a tail beast inside them for real.
Yeah.
Nothing like that.
Yeah. Okay.
But just more so mentally, like, you know, tap into your inner beast to get better. But it's just, they do it in such a way, it's like, man, these dudes crazy. Like, that's what it is like. So.
Okay. Yeah. Haikyuu is more like down to earth.
Yeah.
I said this show is not about teamwork.
Yeah, they literally, that's a main idea for that too. It's crazy because it's a team sport, but the way they doing it, it really is like.
Wait, so did you read the
teamwork?
You read the manga, right, Dom?
Yes, I read the manga.
Oh, you read the manga? Oh, I missed that. Oh.
Yeah.
So how far are you? Like, you pretty far?
Caught up. It's all got like 250 some chapters, all caught up.
Okay, so there's no team aspect, really?
Oh, there is a team aspect. It comes, right? It's not like a.
That's what make Haikyuu good. It's like the team part.
It's a team aspect, and there is teamwork in there. Right?
Yeah.
It's not like a teamwork. Oh, because we have to work. It's more of like a forced teamwork, kind of. It's hard to explain.
You have to work together to selfishly get to your goal. Whereas Haku is like, we all want the same goal. Let's get it together. And this show is, we all want the same goal. You're useful until I don't need you anymore.
I'm gonna still check it out. Yeah. I'm gonna still check it out, but I really like how Haikyuu, like, they kind of, like, they build relationships based off of like how they play, who they are, and it builds like some kind of like a bond as they continue to go forward, and it actually works out for them eventually as they continue to learn each other. Like, you got seniors that ain't gonna be there after this tournament and stuff like that, and like all that stuff kind of matters and play a part. So it's like, I don't know, it's a lot of layers when it comes to Haikyuu, and that's what makes it good. So I'm hoping this
may have that too in the future, like, but not in the first 2 episodes. Yeah.
Okay.
It only got like what 3 episodes so far.
That was like 5. Like, oh, unless you're talking about Dub. Unless you're talking about Dub.
Nah.
Dubs has 3. Okay.
I think I've seen what the first 3.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna check it out anyway, but like Haikyuu,
Yeah,
man,
I think you should. I think you still should check it out. Yeah. I just don't think you're gonna make it. If I had to bet, I've got money you want to finish it.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it that bad?
No, it's not even, bro. It's not even bad. I'm saying I haven't watched enough to say it's bad. I'm just saying I know Soup as good as I think I know. I give you about 4 episodes where you say, bro, I'm done. I'll come back to this when it's done.
Okay, you might be right, because like I don't want to waste my time, and My Hero almost like that. Almost like that. But speaking of reading mangas, have y'all read the HunterxHunter manga? Since it's been
No,
out?
I knew it was coming. I did know that because we talked about it, but no, I actually haven't read it. You been reading it?
No, you don't do that. You know.
I thought you.
Nah,
It's
you
been coming out
right.
weekly since it's come out, right?
I don't know. You know,
I think
I don't be catching up, keeping up with that stuff.
So I think it's been weekly just because the site I used to watch One Piece, right? Well, read One Piece, not watch One Piece. You know, it's like the people who do like the translations or whatever. Right. One Piece is free, by the way, so it's not illegal. It's just you get the scans. You know the.
Dude, okay, bro. Okay, bro.
All right, but listen.
We're about to go in
From what I
detail.
see,
Hell on himself, man.
you know, the first chapter of
Walking
Hunter
to the
Hunter came
guest
out.
cell.
The first new chapter of Hunter Hunter came out. I think it's coming out either weekly or bi-weekly. Because when I go out there and look for One Piece, it's a new chapter out there. So I think it's either weekly or bi-weekly. So I'm trying to think how long it's gonna be till another show comes back.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You know, only one manga is in my heart, and it'll probably remain that way.
Some Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Nephews, man, call me.
Yeah.
Man, James, man, where you read the manga at, Scratch? I can just imagine him scratching his neck. Where you read the manga at, man? I can't wait no more, man. Like, bro, you addicted, man.
Nah, as
I
soon as
finished it, man. It only took me one day. I've read all the chapters, man. I'm caught up now. Like, I ain't never heard of like this, man.
y'all don't understand. Y'all do not understand. I was at work. I was on a 12-hour shift, bro. I just made that shift one of the best shifts ever. Cause like that had me going through so many emotions. I read so many chapters back to back again and again. Just like, I like, yo, that happened. Like what? Nah, ain't nothing touching Attack on Titan. I'm sorry, it's not.
Wait, they're coming on the Hunter x Hunter thing, right? Since you brought it up. Basically, well, me and Naya at the point, we're basically finished, almost finished, right? Obviously, you got like the last, I guess, arc, quote unquote.
Apparently, you've been lying.
Lying about what?
You and her watching.
I have not been lying. Look, nah, she go out there and be trying to save her, but any type of way. Listen, obviously, I work, right? I work from 9 to 5:30, right? Normally after that I'm free. When we get to watching the show, she can watch like 1, maybe 2 episodes, then be sleeping.
That's what you say, but she say something totally different, man. She said that she told you to drop the link to the podcast. You don't even be doing that. Like,
oh, nah.
Oh,
she do not ask me.
I don't know. I seen receipts, man.
Nah, she did not ask me for the link.
This
to the
man
podcast.
Soup doing private investigations and putting it out.
Hey, I'm just saying, man. Like, hey, man, dog.
Hey,
she
might be. That is.
She look, man, my girl advertising the delivery man, and now I'm texting him. Never met this man.
Dog, you see what I'm saying? Me and GP, we putting in work, Don. Like,
What are you talking about?
I won't even share you the link.
Okay, whatever, bro. Get out of here. But back to what I was saying, we finished the end arc, right? And I just had like a comment or so to say on that arc, right? I really enjoyed it. So I really enjoyed it, right? Cause it's been so long that I forgot like a lot of the stuff happens, right? Like I remember the main big things. but I forgot like a lot of the stuff happened, and I really enjoyed that one for the most part.
Which one?
The Chimera Ant arc.
You
Right?
finished it?
Yeah, I'm finished with that. Yeah, I'm at like what the chairman selection. You know that
Yeah. Okay.
part. Blah blah. Right. I remember what happens on that part, but for the Ant arc, I just didn't remember anything. A lot of stuff that happened. Right? And I found it more enjoyable than I would have expected to hear. And from hearing what I guess some other people I know have said, right? I found that to be really enjoyable. I almost like it as much as I like the York New City part.
Yeah.
I feel like the main, the king, maybe some of the highlights of that part.
Yeah.
Almost.
Nah, we know.
Look, I shed some tears at the part when he was, them two died, him and
Yeah.
Playing show, yeah.
Yeah, that part was that part hit me. It's always scenes like that gets me in shows or whatever, movies or anything. But that part, I was like,
Are
man,
you still there? Yeah, I'm still here.
that part was a little sad,
That joke
But
was so sad.
it was so good to see like a character develop and stuff. That was really good. I enjoyed the Ant arc.
Yeah. It is the best.
All right, so
The better art.
what's your rating now, Don? After you done?
Oh, it's still an 8. Well,
Nah, you said it was a 7.
I said it was, and last time we talked, I said I raised it to an 8.
This man.
It didn't go up since then.
No, I still think it's a 7.
What?
One Piece is, an 8. Dang, y'all got me saying 7, an 8. I'm saying One Piece is my favorite show, and it's a 9.
So it could be a 9 as well.
It could be a night right.
I don't think to me it matches up to what I like about One Piece.
You disrespectful, bro. I ain't going on. It
I'm
takes 5,000
disrespectful.
episodes to match up with Hunter that ain't even going no more.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
man.
Whatever, dog.
Read Attack on Titan.
I can stop at the amount of episodes One Piece got with the amount of episodes Hunter got. One Piece at that point is still get a 9.
Read Attack on Titan. Start to finish. 10 out of 10, bro.
Ain't no
I'm waiting on that yet.
10 out of 10, bro.
Yeah, ain't no way you ain't giving that show a 10. Or that manga a 10. I mean, not giving it a 10. It's gonna be a 10. And you know what we'll do with you, man? If you read like read like every couple chapters, we'll read with you and talk like it was just came out. We gotta wait a week, a month.
Okay, whatever.
That's what me and GP did. Hey, the chapter's out. Oh, it's out.
He did, bro. He did. But he used to remind me like clockwork. And every now and then I might remind him, but we made sure we read that thing.
Yeah.
Give each other a few hours. You finished? Like, yeah, man. What are they talking about? Gotta go back 3 chapters to remember what they talked about.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
Man. That thing, when it ended, man, it changed for a little bit, man. I was a little sad for real.
I was too.
sad.
I don't want to read it though. I'm just waiting because Naya. I was watching it with Naya.
I'm hoping they do the animation right for real. If they doing what they did this last
I
season,
know.
it ain't
I
gonna
know
hit
that
the
last
same.
season, the whole first part of the last season was super terrible. When I feel like it mellowed out through the rest of the season, but the beginning of that season was horrible.
Honestly, man, I can see them not drawing that last part. So much happened. It's like that final fight is crazy. Crazy.
He ain't lying.
Yeah, like, man, you thought you seen something, man. Wait till you see that, bro. Like, I was like, Lord, that just had me on a roller coaster. For real. Like, this thing still ain't over? Oh my gosh. They're pulling out like all kinds of tricks. Left and right. Just make you all feeling all kinds of ways. Oh no, it's probably gonna be CGI, bro.
Yeah.
If Mappa's doing it, yeah, I can see that being CGI, bro.
At this point, they just moving to CGI because they save time and money, effort.
Yeah, and
Save effort.
the thing that, man, I can't even tell you, bro. There's so much happening. I don't even want to tell you remotely what happened. Just know it's gonna be CGI. But I'm gonna just say this last part for another episode. We had an hour and a half, and this part ain't that interesting. I mean, because I don't even remember exactly what to say. So with that being said, y'all got anything else y'all want to add or take away? Can't really take away, but
I want to watch Bleach anime. I always tell people when I read the manga on that, it has some of the best fights. It's some highs, some lows. I get it. People gonna criticize, whatever. But I do want to watch that. So hopefully by the time we get a next episode, I'll actually be caught up and watch it because I'm excited for it. Because I like what I read when I read the manga.
Yeah, I wish I would have kept up with it because I would like to watch it, even though I don't think Bleach is all that anyway. But
I'm okay with that. Like, I'm not fighting for Bleach. I'm not.
No, I know you ain't. Yeah, but some people live and die by it for some reason.
Yeah. I never been on that type of train. But I definitely will say I'm excited to see it. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Yeah, and honestly,
Final Fantasy 7 and Blue Lock, just haven't gotten to it.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even argue with somebody to say that like it's fire. Like you might like it, but I will argue you down if you like Baki. We arguing. And we go. I think Baki is just so bad, but it's crazy. Like there's a whole fan base that love it, and it's so crazy to me. I tried watching it. I tried watching Baki, but I just cannot, bro. Cannot.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I was at college one day and they had that on the TV, bro. The one scene I remember was a big naked dude and the guy with a shotgun.
I think you said this before.
And I didn't want to see the show anymore, though. I did not want to watch that show anymore.
Nah, I don't understand how like people like that show. It makes no sense, bro. Even like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure make some sense, bro. Like this thing don't make none, bro. This man was fighting, man. They said this man was fighting in the air. He was fighting it so hard that thing spun up like Mike Tyson. He started fighting in the air, bro. I was like, what is going on, bro? He was going ham too. Y'all need to see that clip, bro. I need y'all to do me a favor. Go fight Baki fighting air. Just do.
I'm gonna do that, bro. I got you. I will say, shout out to you though, Dom, because you were originally like the early ones telling me about JoJo, and I ended up watching it, and that's something me and my girl actually watched together.
Yeah,
So
I like,
shout out to Dom.
That's one show I like. That's one show I really like.
Yeah.
I got one thing to say. Start playing Marvel Snap.
Oh, you like it?
Yeah, it's cause it's something quick to do, on your phone. I was playing that junk at work today, making time go by. Woo.
Yeah, I actually stopped playing as much because they did a reset on your rank. I went all the way back down to like level 10. I was like level 50. Nope.
I started playing
I actually stopped playing.
Friday.
Yeah.
It's been taking too much time. I'm paying it too much.
Yeah, if I would have kept my rank, I would have still been playing because I wanted to get to because the top rank is level 100. So I wanted to get there, but they dropped me all the way back down. I'm like, bruh.
I swear, I don't know if it's bots or I don't know if it's people. Some of the people be stupid.
Yeah. I think at the lower levels it is.
Dog?
Yeah.
Like, is you human?
Yeah. I think it is like that for the lower levels.
I was like, bro, you cannot win doing that. What are you doing?
Yeah, it was actually it was a spot. It said these cards will go to the other character. They mean put all his cards on there. I was like, bro, okay.
I'm like, bro, what are you doing? I got nobody right there, dog. What are you doing?
Yeah. But anything else? I ain't got nothing to add. I'm about to go to sleep.
I'm done, man. I got my piece.
Nice. So we are at an hour and 39. I guess we'll go with closing remarks. Dom, go.
Sorry, had to yawn. Thank y'all for tuning in to episode 36.
Bro, it's 37.
You just said 36 at the beginning. Hey, don't do that.
I'm joking, bro.
Hey, I'm happy y'all tuning in. Thank you for listening to us in our somewhat educated opinions and uneducated opinions. Yeah, just thank you. Share If you like,
share.
You know, just thank y'all for listening. You know, that's all I gotta say. Thank you. I appreciate every last one of y'all who listen.
Awesome. GP.
Man, like my man, he almost got me too down. I was like, what? I thought he just said 30. But appreciate y'all for tuning in with us. We definitely hope you guys got some value from it and some entertainment too. You know, you get to know what games come out, what's to play. Man, just keep following with us, stick with us. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. And I enjoyed it. I'm probably playing Final Fantasy VII when I get off with y'all. So I will talk to y'all happily later.
Yeah. Closing remarks. This is episode 36. I was joking. And yeah, check out the show notes. You're going to see the timestamps there. You will also see a motivational quote that I try to put in there for every episode, as well as some other things such as links to our social medias. I have been posting on Twitter a lot. I posted on IG like once because I'm not sure what to post on there, but I'm gonna come up with some stuff, man. We're gonna come up with stuff. But on Twitter, if you do have a Twitter, if you want to see what's going on, what's hot, what's the news, I post a lot of news stuff early. You see it before anybody else do, for real. So if you want to know what's going on, stay on top of things. Gas Podcast Twitter is where it's at. Now we also gonna have a video version of this uploaded tomorrow as well. It comes a little bit after the actual podcast is uploaded. So if you want to see the video version, it's not really like us talking yet. I do want to have a cam, at least me anyway, shortly, maybe next episode, whatever. But anywho, enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of your week. We normally record this on Sunday, actually. I just thought about it as Monday. But anywho, happy Tuesday if you're listening to it on Tuesday, and whenever you listen to it, happy that day. And this has been Gas Podcast episode 36. We are out.
Peace.